Welcome to ABFTV. This is a special report on Africa's dependency crisis, a wake-up call to the diaspora. Stay with us.
The African Union was created to represent independence. But here's the truth. It is not Africa funding Africa. 70% of the AU's $650 million budget comes from outside donors. The European Union, the United States, China. The very powers that once colonized Africa are now paying its bills. More than 40% of AU states don't even pay their dues. Sudanese billionaire Mo Ibrahim didn't mince words when asked about the AU's finances. This is a farce.
Your leaders, why aren't you funding the African Union? A simple question. Do you want the African Union or you don't? That's it. The total budget of the African Union, 650 million budget. How much of that is given to you by others? European Union, other people. How much of 700 people is not ours? Somebody else pay it. Be frank.
Entre 66 et 70%.
Between 66 and 70% of the investment budget is funded by partners, and most of the times more than that.
I like the word partners because they call them partners. 5 minutes later, they don't call them colonialists, imperialists. But when they give us money, partners. African solution for African problems, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me, 650 million, your budget for the African Union, 70% of that is paid by foreigners. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? This is a farce. Even your beautiful building in Addis Ababa was built by the Chinese.
Yes.
Even the AU headquarters in Addis Ababa, built and gifted by China at a cost of $200 million. Dependency doesn't look like sovereignty, it looks like leverage. To fix this, the AU proposed a tiny levy, 0.2% on imports, enough to raise over $1 billion each year, more than its entire budget. But the plan was never fully implemented, and many members continue to avoid their dues. While the AU struggles to fund itself, it looks to the diaspora. Ghana led the charge with its Year of Return in 2019, followed by a 10-year campaign called Beyond the Return. Sierra Leone offered citizenship through DNA testing. Nigeria floated diaspora bonds, raising $300 million. Ethiopia launched a trust fund. Rwanda organized Rwanda Day events to pull investors home. Across the continent, the call is the same. The diaspora must come home. But here's the problem. Infrastructure remains fragile, governments unstable, land disputes and corruption leave many frustrated. The diaspora is being invited into a system that is not in control of itself. In fact, the diaspora already sends more money to Africa than donors and investors combined. Over $54 billion in remittances flow each year, dwarfing both aid and foreign direct investment. The African Union openly speaks of tapping into diaspora savings as the next great funding source. While these contributions are valuable, the truth is clear: diaspora engagement is driven by finances, not empowerment. This isn't about one country, it's about the entire continent. Until the AU can fund itself, any offer to the diaspora is less about empowerment and more about revenue. For Friedman and the diaspora, this is a wake-up call.
This is the wake-up call.
This is not an attack on Africa. It is an appeal for honesty. If Africa is for you, know this: the time is not now, And the hard truth is, it may never be in our lifetime. Africa's future must be Africa's own. We are ABFTV International News, giving voice to the people, empower